Over to Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane. And Tara, hopefully everyone is really bundled up out there because the cold has hit us and it looks like it's going to stay.
Yeah, I mean, temperatures only in the 40s, the lower 40s for our top readings today, and some neighborhoods not making it out of the upper 30s today, too, as expected. It was a cold start this morning, snowy and slick for a lot of you, too, especially north and east of Charlotte, and of course up in the mountains and down toward the foothills, too, with that light accumulation of snow. Meantime, around most of the Queen City and especially South Charlotte down to South Carolina, didn't really see anything at all. Maybe you happen to see if you were up overnight some flurries flying. That's about it. But look at the visible satellite imagery. Still shows some lingering clouds and some of that snow on the ground too up there in the higher elevations. And we like to look at this too, especially after a snowfall, because earlier and this morning we were seeing some of that even around the Piedmont where it did pile up a little bit. Now, of course, good old Carolina snow outside of the mountains. It all melts away pretty quickly in this type of situation. We've got those temperatures above freezing, but yeah, chilly stuff for this time of the year. 42 degrees right now in Charlotte, northwest wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the air is still real dry for the most part. Dew points only hovering in the mid-teens. We've got those 20s for another day up there in the mountains, and upper 30s from Morganton through Lenoir, friends in Hickory and Taylorsville and Statesville and Salisbury. Some of the colder readings there. 43 out in Gastonia, upper 30s to lower 40s heading down from Chester, South Carolina, and on over into Lancaster County. Coldest night coming up and early morning so far this season. In fact, the coldest temperatures coming up tonight that we've had since last January, this past January. So it's been a while. Take a look surrounding Charlotte. We're going to drop into the teens tonight. So not just in the mountain communities, mid-teens, but mid to upper teens in places like Salisbury and down through Concord. About 21 in the Charlotte area. That's cold enough. Either way, it's cold. It's cold all around. 17 in Wadesboro and upper teens down there into sections of South Carolina. But tomorrow, with the wind shifting more out of the south and west directly ahead of this next incoming front, we get a little bit more of a boost working with the brilliant sunshine. High temperatures, we climb back up to about 50 degrees, which is still below normal for this time of the year. And again, plentiful sunshine. Now the mountains with this next front coming in by Thursday, whipping wind expected and another chance of some lightly accumulating snow into Thursday morning, Friday, and through the weekend, everything clears out. Temperatures take a dive again for Friday afternoon before recovering by the end of the weekend. That's when we start to feel a little more of that moderation in temperatures. So let's check it out on Futurecast. Nothing too much happening tomorrow. We see some scattered clouds, and especially up there in the higher elevations, and we could start to see a little bit of rain or a bit of a mix there. Some sprinkles by the end of the evening. The front moves in, and behind it, there's that northwest flow and a little bit of lightly accumulating snow possible in the mountains, mainly Thursday morning, and then it's back to sunshine through the afternoon. Again, forecast snow totals coming up with this next system. Yeah, really not going to add up to much, generally under an inch for most of those higher elevations. But we check out the wind situation. That's going to be a big part of the weather story. High wind watch in effect for not tonight. This is for tomorrow night into Thursday with gusts to 60 miles per hour possible. Again, this is just for the mountain communities, but you think, okay, it's cold. That's going to make it feel even colder. How much colder? By Thursday morning, we're talking about sub-zero wind chills. Look at the negative numbers showing up there. Below zero, 3 degrees below zero by Thursday morning, and still obviously feeling the chill with some breezy conditions down around the Charlotte area too. So the 7-day forecast is still a cold one. We jump into the low 50s on Thursday, but back in the 40s for highs, lows in the 20s heading into the first half of the weekend. By this time next week, we are much warmer with those highs in the 60s, but that could come with some rain.